Compare Africa from its height to the famous blue marble picture taken from 45,000 kilometers
Let's
away.
all make fun of
The
Motor
latter
Jam.
looks more realistic, like looking at a globe on your desk.
Fuck you,
Geosynchronous
Baltimore!
satellites are about 35,000 kilometers high. From their altitude, 43.4%, nearly a whole half of
Fuck
Earth's
you,
surface
Baltimore!
is visible, but the Earth only takes up a meager 17 degrees. You could completely cover it with 2 outstretched palms. That's incredible. But what about from the moon? Well, from that far away, Earth is only about 2 degrees across. You could block it out with your outstretched thumb. However, you can see more of Earth, you can see further around its curvature. From the moon, 49% of Earth's surface is visible. Just 49. If you want to see 50, half of Earth's surface at once, you have to go even further away. In fact, you have to go infinitely far
Fuck
away,
you, Baltimore!
which you can't. The most of a sphere you can see at once with your own eyes is just half. But in the real world, way before you were actually infinitely far away, the amount of light reaching you from Earth's surface would become so small and infrequent that you wouldn't be able to see anything at all.
Fuck
Stars,
you,
like
Baltimore!
our sun, are much brighter and bigger than the Earth. But only a handful have, even with our best technology, been resolved as anything larger than just a single point. From 1,000th of a light year away, our own sun would look like every other star in the sky, a single point to the naked eye, only about as wide as R Doradus, the widest star in our sky, from 91 light years away. The point of our sun would dim to a level undetectable by the naked eye. It would disappear. Most of the stars in the night sky you can see with your naked eye are further away than that. We can see them though because they're brighter and bigger than our own sun, which means if there's life out there, living in systems around the stars we've marveled at and written
not
stories
quite.
about since humanity began, chances are we are not part of their constellations or folklore. We're a dark patch in the sky to them, an ignorable emptiness framing other stars, the ones they marvel at, while not knowing we're here or that there's anything here. And as always, thanks for watching.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
If you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you are missing out on a treasure trove of premium content. So check that out. And know this.
Yes, dude!
Oh,
Yes!
and this Vsauce shirt is only available to Curiosity Box subscribers. This shirt comes in the latest box. If you sign up now, you will get this shirt, so long as you sign up before it sells out. The Curiosity Box is good for all brains. It comes to your door 4 times a year, full of science gear and toys that I want you to have. I want you to hold and learn from. Also, a portion of the proceeds from every
Let's
box
go.
goes to
I did it.
Alzheimer's
I did it.
research. I'm incredibly proud of it. But what's going on this shirt? Well, it's modular multiplication around a circle. We have the numbers 1 to 40 around the outside of a circle connected to their product with the number 4. So 1 is connected to 4, 2 is connected to 8, 3 is connected to 12, and so on, even past 40. You could keep imagining the numbers continuing. For instance, 1 can become 41, 2 can become 42, and this emerges, the Vsauce V. Many other shapes can be made by using different multipliers or different numbers around the circle. Mathalogger has a
Oh my
fantastic
God.
video on this topic, which you should check out. I've linked it down in the description. Thank you for
That's
being
mental.
curious.
That is
and as
mental.
always,
You, Baltimore!
thanks for watching.
I nearly started a fucking box roll there. Holy shit.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Down here. But which way is down? And how much does down weigh? Well, down weighs about 1/100 of a gram per cubic centimeter. It is light, and airy, which makes it a great source of insulation and buoyancy for water birds. But if you let go of down, it falls down. So that's which way down is. It's the direction gravity is pulling everything in. Now, for someone on the other side of the Earth, my down is their up. But where are falling things going? Why do things fall? Are they being pushed or pulled? Or is it because of time travel?
Fuck you, Baltimore!
First things first, let's turn the sun into a black hole.
We can do that using Universe Sandbox 2. This simulator
Wait, what was
will
it?
blow
What was it
your
doing?
mind.
What the
I love it. In
fuck?
fact, I love it so much, I put a code to get the game for free in the current Curiosity box. If you're not subscribed to the box yet, you are missing out. Okay, look, for the purposes of this video, we want the solar system. And here it is. Notice that everything's moving pretty quickly around the sun. That's because we currently have the game set so that every second that passes for us is 14 days almost in the game. If I change this to 1 second, we're looking at the solar system in real time. You'll notice that it almost looks like it's frozen. Even though the Earth is traveling around the sun at about 30 kilometers per second, it barely appears to be moving. That is how vast space is.
Come on,
Anyway,
come
let's
on.
go back to 14 days. I like that motion. Now look at the sun. It is not currently a black hole, but we can change that. What we need to do is compress the sun. So let's lock its mass so that it doesn't change while we make its radius smaller. Let's make its radius as small as we can. And, oh, where'd it go? Well, it's still there, it's just become a black hole. Pretty spooky, but now,
Oh my
let's look at
god,
the
I
rest of
almost
the
made
solar
Xbox
system.
Cycle.
All
What?
right, zooming out, and
I almost hit
Huh.
Xbox Cycle.
nothing's changed.
No
I mean,
fucking
something's
way.
changed. It's colder and darker, but nothing's flying off into space or getting sucked in. You see, by shrinking the sun, we didn't change the direction of down for the planets. They're always being pulled by gravity towards its middle.
Wow.
Making it smaller didn't move where the middle was. But also, the strength of that force pulling them to the middle of the sun stayed the same. That gives us a clue as to what down is. The clue is the other thing we didn't change: mass. Mass is a measure of how hard it is to accelerate something, to change its motion. Now right now, these two balls have zero motion relative to me. Slapping around this hollow plastic ball is pretty easy. But doing the same to this solid steel ball is a lot harder. Now gravity and weight have nothing to do with this. Gravity acts
I'm
downward,
playing
not
this
against
way
my
safe.
horizontal slapping. Of course, gravity does contribute to friction, but friction works against me when I start moving the ball, but works with me when I stop the ball. And the steel ball is harder to stop than the plastic ball. The difference is mass. The steel ball is more massive. It's
baby.
more resistant to having its motion changed.
No.
Mass is an intrinsic property.
Yeah,
It does not
start.
depend on what's around or change from place to place. It can sometimes be thought of as
You
the
little
amount of
shit.
matter something has. Your mass is the same regardless of where you are. On the moon, on Earth, in the middle of intergalactic space floating around. But all of this said,
Oh my god.
mass
What was that?
does
What was that?
seem
What
to
was that? What was
care
that?
about what's around. Mass loves company. Things with mass and or energy are attracted together by a force that we call gravity. The feeling of gravity is just you and the Earth being attracted to one another. Now, every portion of an object with mass attracts other portions towards it. The average of all this pulling is an attraction between centers of mass. Giant things like Earth exert an obvious pull, but everything does, even a baseball. These two baseballs are attracted